my sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I woke up and I was like, I have this idea for this video. I've got to do this video. And so I immediately rushed to Instagram and asked you guys for some inspiration, stories, thoughts, so that we can make this happen. But I do want to say, like, thinking back on all this, today I'm going to talk about, sorry, I'm all over the place. Today I'm going to talk about things you do or feelings you have that if you knew someone else did the same, it would make you feel so much better. And so I kind of polled you guys on Instagram and I've gotten some really great answers. And by the way, it's only been a couple of hours since I put this up on Instagram. So if you're into this and you want to do a part 2, I am definitely down to do that because I think the answers will continue to roll in. And I'm just so charmed by all of you. But this all came about because I was thinking about how recently on my channel, I feel like I've just kind of let my freak flag fly. You know what I mean? Like, I've been here for a really long time, and I feel like not only have I come into my channel, but I've also really come into myself as a human, and I'm like, this is who I am, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the crystal collection. You know what I mean? If you missed it, I put on my crystal collection on Monday, and it's weird, and I'm weird, and I am delighted and tickled when I read comments from people who are just like, thank you, I feel this too, or I like that too, or whatever the case may be. I feel like what a privilege to be able to share myself with all of you and know that at least one person can relate, especially when I talk about my anxiety in the car or my social anxiety. The feedback I get from you guys is just beautiful and wonderful and heart wrenching at times and touching. And so what a gift. So I thought, you know what, if I like get this experience and I can like have other people be like, yeah, I relate to that, all of you must want and need that as well. So that's what today's video is. Today I'm gonna share some of your, anonymously, your thoughts or habits of things that you do that you really could benefit from hearing that someone else does it. It would make you feel better. You feel what I'm doing? You get where I'm going? Let's do this. However, before we jump in, I do want to thank today's sponsor, which is perfectly tied in, again, a total happy accident. One of those days, man, I woke up and I had the inspiration, but today's video is sponsored by my friends at BetterHelp. You guys know I am a huge advocate of therapy. Therapy has completely changed my life, or rather it's changed my life, but I feel like it's more appropriate to say it's given me back a life that I don't think I could have had if I wasn't in therapy. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are here to literally just listen to you and work through the issues that you want to work on. They make it so very convenient. Listen, you can talk on the phone with them, or if you want to do a video conference, but if none of that is comfortable with you, you can literally just message them, which I love so much. Plus, the sign-up process is so easy. Listen, I understand the resistance. It is hard to get started, but BetterHelp makes it very easy. You just go online, you take a little like quiz situation. We all know how to do an online quiz. It's like a BuzzFeed quiz, only for your mental health. And they pair you with a therapist. And if that therapist doesn't work out for you, because trust me, sometimes it takes a little while to find the right person, they will rematch you with someone else at no cost. It is online, it is private, and it will absolutely change your life. And I stand by that statement. You guys, there's already 2 million plus people who are on there now using the amazing BetterHelp therapists. All you have to do is go to betterhelp.com/Lisbug to get 10% off your first month of therapy. You know your girl loves a deal. How's that for a deal? That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Lisbug. All the information's below, as it always is. Thank you, BetterHelp. I just adore you. All right, let's get into this. Like I said, I went on Instagram earlier today. If you're not following me on Instagram, hello. I'm always on there asking questions, so I need you to get over there so you can get into the conversation. So this is literally what I wrote. Idea for a video. I need your input. What's something you feel / do that if you knew someone else would do, you would feel better? The responses so far have been amazing, and we're just gonna go in. I haven't seen all of these, but I've seen some, and I am tickled deeply. All right, first up is cry in the bathtub. Anyone out there cry in the bathtub? If I had a bathtub, I would probably cry in the bathtub. I have like a shower bathtub, and there's nothing like super great about like taking a bath in your shower unless it's just newly been cleaned, which it usually isn't. So I haven't taken a bath in a long time, but I will say I have cried in the shower multiple times. So yeah, I think you are not alone here with the crying in the bathtub. There's something very poetic or cinematic really about crying in a bathtub. Kind of sexy too, you know what I mean? Another one was procrastinate on paying bills, which, I mean, I don't know anyone in my life who hasn't done this at one point or another, or just consistently. You are not alone on that. Although, the older and wiser I get, I will say, I realize the value in, like, I was just telling Jeff this today, I was like, lessons have been learned. You gotta just open the mail, you gotta just do the thing. If you can't pay the full bill, you gotta call and be like, what can I pay right now? Or like do a payment plan, but like ignoring it never makes it better. Maybe momentarily, but I am learning to like open the mail, pay the bills, return the phone call, but you are not alone. I have procrastinated. And I mean, that's what credit cards are for. Just a slow paying off. Just make sure you do it every month, just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I start texts and forget to send them all the time. I can definitely relate to that. I don't even start texts. I just like read a text and I'm like, oh, I'll return that. And then I get distracted and I forget. And then like days go by and I'm like, do I just admit that I forget? Do I just pretend like I never got this? Like, what's the best way to approach this? I'm trying to think like what I normally do. I feel like most of the time I'm like, ooh, I forgot. Again, I'm trying to be a little bit mature in my choices. This is new for me, and I'm saying this now, and I might change my tune tomorrow. And be just like, I feel like honesty is the best policy. But yeah, this is very common. I also, did you guys see that? Like, there was like some meme going around that was like, how come when I'm busy and I get a text and I forget to return it, it's simply just because like, I'm busy, but if someone else doesn't return my text, it's because they hate me. Have you seen that? I feel that. So I'm trying also like not only to like allow myself to be okay with being honest and being like, oh my God, I totally forgot to respond to this, but also like not take it personally when someone sends me or doesn't send me a text back right away. Okay, oh, I love this one. Someone says, think about embarrassing moments from literal decades ago. And there's like a few memories in my head and now I can't think of them, but they will come up. And if I think of them by the end of this video, I will share with you. Otherwise, this would be like a good story time moment. But like, there's a few like key moments in my life, like super cringe moments that I replay often. And I'll replay them at the most random of times. Like they'll just pop into my memory, mostly at like 2 a.m. in the morning, but you are not alone here. I will replay those cringe moments over and over again and obsess about them over and over again. Do you guys hear Horny crying right now? It's not an actual cry, it's a love holler. She only makes that sound for her lover that lives upstairs. He's not in love with her the way she's in love with him, but every time he walks by, that's the sound she makes. Anyways, moving on. Another one, I'm telling you guys, these are very relatable, and so I hope you know if you're feeling something and you feel like wild because you're feeling a certain way or you do a certain thing, like there's at least one person, if not many people who are also doing that, so you are not alone. Google every symptom I have. Duh. I mean, that is like, I actually have really worked hard not to do that because every symptom leads to something disastrous if you Google it. So you really gotta be careful. Like runny nose, it's the end. This little thing hurts right here, it's the end. I stubbed my toe, you're done, you're over. So yeah, I relate to that and I really try not to do it, but I definitely do it and I do it often. I feel yeah. Another one, I'm telling you, maybe I'm just like super connected with you guys and we've cultivated this really great community, but like this one happens all the time to me. If I'm going somewhere new, I always check out the parking situation on Google Maps first. We love a plan. We love a plan. I mean, truly, OCD is real, and I feel like planning at least like helps sort of reduce the anxiety around new situations. So this parking thing, I've heard this from several of my friends. Like whenever I go somewhere, not only am I obsessing about the fact that I have to like drive there and like I have to like think through that whole drive and like worry about the drive, but the parking situation is real, especially if you're by yourself and you have to like walk a distance. This is real. I will say I've never Google mapped it, but I feel confident that some of my friends have. But I have like Google mapped places and gone to like the street view, so I can definitely like see around and see like what the actual building looks like. And like I've also just happened to Google map friends' houses that I've never been to just because I want to see what they look like and things like that. But that's beside the point. Yes, I always prepare when it comes to parking because it's one less thing to reduce in terms of anxiety. I got you. I feel you. I like this one. Be mindful of negative self-talk. Consciously minimizing that will change your day. Love a positive moment here. I want to say that I'm like with you all the time on this. I'm working on it, but it seems like you're working on it too. And I feel like what a beautiful moment to take pause and have a positive thing, which is being mindful of negative self-talk. Consciously minimizing that will change your day. I think that's beautiful. And I feel like all of us, even if we're not constantly doing it, at least in this community, I feel like we're trying to work towards that. So it's definitely a goal of something that we should all be striving for, and I think that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. We got another pane of bills. Plucking mole hairs, yes, all the time. I got this one down here. I've got a few moles down here, and they just like pop out like literally overnight. Like it'll be fine one night, and then the next morning, I wish I could have like one of those cameras that like does like the time lapse of it. Like how does it shoot out so fast? But yes, I definitely picked the hairs out of my moles. You do not need to feel bad. A snack at night, that's a good one. Jeff, yes. Snack at night. You want to tell your snack at night story? Here he comes. I hear the chair being pushed back. These are things that people like, they would make them feel better if they knew that everyone else did it. Do you want to tell your snack at night story? Jeff just got home from the gym, so he's very sweaty and very sexy.
This will make you feel better, internet. Hi.
She's like, I snack at night.
Warning, it's disgusting and vulgar. You see that?
It's a little out of focus, which is probably a good thing.
See
oh,
that?
It looks like a bug bite.
That's right. That was last night when at 12:30 I was microwaving some rice and cheese. And then I went to reach for it and I slipped and my thumb just shoved into the freshly microwaved cheese.
Did you scream? I was
burning.
sleeping.
No, I wasn't. I was trying not to wake you. Burning this hole in my thumb. That the only way I could think to stop the burning was immediately shove it in my mouth and suck the melted cheese off.
You poor thing.
So now I'm stuck with this blister.
Wait, you really do have a cheese blister?
That's right, I told you, I burned my thumb on cheese. So, you know, happens to the best of us.
We all snack at night.
Stay cool, America.
Literally, Jeff this morning was like, I gotta stop snacking at night. But we all do it.
Hurt myself.
All right, I love this one, regifting. I do it all the time, and I have no shame in it. Actually, sometimes like I'll be like, oh, I want to bring a gift to a friend, but like I don't have one, and I'm like, you know what? This beautiful crystal bracelet that I no longer wear, I feel like I can like pass that off to them, and I feel like it's almost like a rite of passage. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being cheap, but I'm like, this is a beautiful thing to do, to gift someone something that you've loved and you want to give to them now, for them to experience. I was actually at a dinner not that long ago, and a friend's friend was like, here, have this. And she like took the necklace off her neck and like gave it to me. And I thought that was kind of special. Now, there's another version of regifting that is like, I just got this gift and I don't like it, so I'm gonna give it away because like, what am I gonna do with this? And also like, perfect, I don't have to buy a gift now, I'll just give this gift away. And you know what? I'm also okay with that, okay? We're not wasting, we're reusing, reducing, it's very sustainable. And you know what? one person's garbage is another person's gold. Trash is gold. You know the saying? I'm all about regifting, and you are not alone. A fan favorite of mine is, like I'm the fan of this, is pooping the pants. And Jeff, did you hear that one?
What?
Pooping of the pants?
I have nothing to say. You might.
Let's just say been there, have done that multiple times. You are not alone. Wake up in the middle of the night worrying about what I said at a social event earlier that day. That's funny. Not funny that you were in the middle of the night worrying, but someone else also said, like, obsessing about something I've said or done before. Absolutely. I just wake up at 2 a.m. worrying about literally everything. It is the worrying hour. 3 o'clock's the witching hour. 2 o'clock's the worrying hour. You are not alone. Picking out my cuticles until they bleed. Yes, you are not alone. Morbid, but always thinking about loved ones' passings. I think it's a cope with inevitability. Oh, with like ones that haven't passed yet. I don't always think that, but I know other friends who do, and I certainly have thought about that before. I kind of like cut that off because I just simply can't go there. I do think often about like my grandma who already has passed. I don't know much about like this subject, like in terms of like what that means. I think you're right about like, you're like okay, here's a good way I can relate to this. Like I pre-worry about literally everything, so I'm actually shocked that I don't that much or that often pre-worry about that. But yeah, I think it's probably a form of like coping mechanism and like protection. So I believe, even if I can't 100% relate with that, I know you're not alone on that one. I narrate what I'm doing in the kitchen to my dogs like I'm on a cooking show. That's the greatest thing I've ever heard. And I am going to do that from now on. So I would watch that cooking show. So if you want to send me a link to that cooking show, you should really make that happen. That's the cutest thing I've literally ever heard. Count how many times a day you pee. Really? I find that fascinating. I'm tickled by that. Is that because you want to make sure like you are hydrated enough? Is it just sort of like a I lock the door 5 times and I count how many times I pee kind of thing? What is it? I can't say I relate to that, but I'm certainly tickled by it, and I'm certainly sure you are not alone by that. That's a beautiful, I'm sort of like impressed by this situation. How many times a day do you pee? I think you're not alone. In the comments below, if you count how many times you pee, please respond. And actually to all of these, if any of these strike you as something you do, let us know in the comments below so everyone can feel like they're part of something and they're not alone. All right, let's do like 2 more. Peeing in the shower to save the planet. I will say all the time. I'm not really certain I do it to save the planet. Once in a while I do it to just like save on toilet paper. So I guess in theory that's to save the planet. I just do it because it's fun. So you are not alone. And last but not least, let's find a good one. Hash browns and the pancake golden syrup from McDonald's. Duh, you are not alone. I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. I haven't done a hash brown situation at McDonald's in a long time. Mostly because my stomach can't handle literally anything. But if I were to, I would certainly put syrup on it. Are you kidding? Sweet and salty, that's an absolute dream. And that sounds delicious. And now I'm actually hungry, so thank you for that. You are not alone. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. This was a joy to make and a joy to read. So if you guys want more of these, I think like it hasn't even been close to a couple of hours since I put this up, so I know more will trickle in. So if you do want to see more of these, let me know and I will make that happen next week. I adore you all so very much. I love your brains, I love your heart, and I appreciate this community that we're building. Thank you BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. I also love your brains and your heart, and I appreciate you greatly. Make sure to check out the links below if you want to get started on your mental health journey. All right, y'all, I love you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye. I'm gonna go pee in the shower.